Before we get into the video, I wanted to say a big thanks to Squarespace who have supported our channel throughout 2024 and over the last few years, while also allowing me to seamlessly run my business with a beautifully designed and easy to use website. I feel so proud when I go on my website and see all the beautiful photos and adventures we've been on, and love having this place to document everything and share it with you. Something I do want to do a bit more of in 2025 is blog posts that are a bit more detailed on the places we've been, to inspire your own adventures. But as you can imagine, with 2 kids in tow, our time is fairly limited, so I really like the Squarespace AI feature that can help write those sections of the blog that are a little less personal but give you an overview of a place or a trip. As we mentioned in this video, we also want to keep growing the guides on our website as we travel around the UK as a family, so watch this space for that. If you'd like to give Squarespace a try for yourself, then just head to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/Athena Mella for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now let's get into the video. Hello everybody. We haven't filmed a video in a really long time. In fact, it's been about 5 months. The last video you saw from us was when we were in the Alps, wasn't it?
Wow.
Which was mid-July. We got back from the Alps.
Yeah.
And it's now late December. And not gonna lie, this is the second time we've filmed this video because we filmed this a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? And went to edit all the footage and it was all gone. And sorry, it wasn't all gone. The sound wasn't working on any of it.
We've got a dodgy cable, which we've now found.
Yeah, and I feel like filming a video like this twice is quite hard because we'll probably forget what we've talked about, you know. Anyway, so bear with us.
The first one flowed, didn't it?
Yeah, the first one was great. We were like, that was so good, and then no sound.
No, we're like, oh damn.
What are we talking
we're
about?
On the back foot.
Yeah, but we really wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on like life, future plans, everything before the end of the year. And
so much has happened, hasn't it, over the last year.
Despite the fact we haven't filmed for 5 months, that's not because we haven't done anything. That's because we've been doing a lot of things, but not necessarily like travels.
It's been busy.
Yeah. So first thing, elephant in the room is me. Hello, I'm pregnant. You'll know this already if you follow us on Instagram because we have shared about it ever since, we found out, or like 12 weeks. So that was after our trip to the Alps, basically. We had our 12-week scan.
We found out in Cornwall, didn't we?
Yeah, found out in Cornwall.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna do a pregnancy test because I don't feel right.
It's like, I'm really bloated. There's something going on here.
Yeah.
So we found out we were pregnant in Cornwall, and then we had this big trip to the Alps planned, and luckily I don't actually get any nausea in my first trimester. I definitely don't feel like great, like I just feel a bit weird, but it meant that we could still, do...
Yeah. You still did loads, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We did lots of hiking. We did
trips up to the hut. Mooch about Gran Paradiso.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. And then
it was nothing like extreme, but it was all like pretty.
Yeah, nice and chilled. Yeah. And then we got home, and went for our scan, and everything looked really good. So we're due in like less than 4 weeks now. End of January, we are having baby number 2, and we're really excited. We don't know the gender because
it was sat in the lotus position.
Yeah,
we really wanted to find out this time, just to kind of like ease Aífe in a little bit.
Yeah,
and
to be able to talk to her about like he or she.
It's your little brother or little sister, and just kind of like prepare a bit. But nature has a way, and we didn't find out of Aífe, and we haven't found out this time. Yeah. So I think she's going to deal with it okay.
I think she'll be fine either way. I mean, she says it's a sister. She says it's a girl.
Yeah. I had a really crazy dream that you gave birth to a girl the other night, and it popped out and sat up on the side and just went, hello. So, who knows?
Yeah. So no, I don't know. We don't really have any kind of.
It'll probably be a boy now.
Inklings as to what it is, do we? Well, I don't.
No, it's nothing solid really. Being like, with Aífe, again, I kind of had a dream, and I met Aífe when she was sort of 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there. And it was all a bit fuzzy and all really lucid, and I was just like, woke up in the morning and just been like, wow, I think I just met our daughter.
Yeah.
And then I felt really kind of like, we're having a daughter.
And I thought Aífe was a boy, so when she was a girl, I was like, well, you were right.
I mean, it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
They're either one or the other, so...
But yeah, we're super excited. It's going to be a period of like transition for us as a family, like settling into life as a family of 4. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And then like the other big thing that's happened that's, kind of related to that, I suppose, is that we bought a house.
We did. We're a bit bored of renting. I think we just really wanted to kind of put some solid roots down, a bit of heart and soul into our own place. And
I think with having, like a second child,
so we need somewhere.
We were both very much
stability.
like, we want to have our own place that we can make a family home.
Yeah.
And as lovely as the last 2 places that we have rented have been, like, you know, cute little cottages and stuff, there was a lot of practical things that we were looking for in a family home that were different. So we've ended up in a 1960s bungalow in town. In a town in Kendal. So just like the town next to where we were living before. We were living in Sedbergh. And yeah, how's it been? You can talk about this.
Yeah, I think it's been really good. It's an old bungalow. It needs a bit of TLC. There's a really old couple that lived here before. We'll take you for a bit of a mooch around and show you the place. There's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's one of the reasons we haven't really talked about it, is because it took 7 months to go from them accepting. So they accepted our offer in February. We didn't get the keys till September.
Yeah. And we actually moved in November.
So basically like 2 months I've just been like full bore, like late nights, just chipping away at the house,
getting it ready,
getting 2 rooms sorted, and I had to like rip out the bathroom a bit because there was a leak. So there was no bathroom. We've kind of got that sort of back to just like functioning.
Yeah.
She ain't pretty, but she's working. And then everything else is kind of like, okay, I had to like rip out all the insulation in the loft, redo that. I've sorted the loft out so that it's basically a massive storage space. Because the bungalow is like 6 meters by 11, so we've got this like huge attic.
Yeah.
Which was one of the selling points, wasn't it? We're just like, A, it's just like great storage. B, it might turn into a little climbing cave at some point.
We have. I think when we came to look around the house, we saw like so much potential in it for us as a family.
Yeah.
And we like this location in Kendal, like it's a quiet part of Kendal near where like friends of ours live.
Yeah.
It's got a really nice big garden, which we'll also show you, which we're really excited about. Like come spring.
And like a mature garden as well.
I think the previous owners like really loved gardening. So
I think they had a polytunnel in the garden at some point. Yeah. There's a little orchard. We got a few fruit trees. There's spring bulbs everywhere, which I'm really excited about. I love spring bulbs. And yeah, it's just got potential. Yeah. Loads of potential. Lots of space.
Yeah.
And
it'll take a bit of time, but we're kind of just excited about making it our own and like taking inspiration from lots of places that we've stayed as well.
Yeah.
I think like we've stayed at some really nice places and like when...
It's slotted into our kind of like vision of living in a sort of like Scandi style, Scottish boffy, cabin in the woods kind of vibe.
Yeah, it will take a little while to get there, but...
Yeah, but, you know, for the time being... I mean, we're currently sat in the garden room.
Yeah, it's called the garden room, like a conservatory kind of.
Little conservatory on the side.
Yeah.
It kind of had two sort of, two extensions put on it. Two small extensions put on this end of the house. They're not very cohesive, it's a bit clunky. If all goes well, eventually we'll basically knock all these down and just open up the whole end of the house. Just make one massive living space.
Yeah, we have like quite big ideas for what we want to do, and when we can do that, I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on.
It's gonna be a couple of years, 2-3 years, I think, realistically.
Yeah. But in the meantime, it's just like it's so nice to have a base. In, you know, like on the edge of the lakes, close to the motorway, close to Scotland, where from here we now have a home we can tinker away at, go on adventures as a family from here, and that's just like, I don't know, that's kind of like been my dream, is just like having a base to be able to go on adventures from here. And like, we'll talk a bit about the van in a minute, but it's like we've moved away from like being right in the heart of the countryside, but we kind of have the best of both worlds in that we get to live in town, like near our friends, near this amazing community, and we've got the van to go to those secluded, like middle of nowhere places that like really fill our cup as well. So that's how I feel anyway about it.
And I think, like you say, like the community in Kendal is really good. There's definitely like a bit of a sort of wave of younger people moving in, you know, sort of young families.
Young outdoorsy families, it's like, you know.
So everyone's on, you know, there's a few people on the same page as us, I suppose, which is nice. But then, you know, the lakes are right there, and like, you know,
can't wait to get out in the lakes with baby.
Yeah, exactly. We were just coming this way all the time. I mean, I think we was getting to the point where we were driving into Kendal almost daily.
Yeah.
Just like, actually, you know, we should probably just move to Kendal.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah.
And before we talk about like plans for next year, plans for the van, that kind of thing, we thought we'd just chat about like some of our favourite adventures from 2024. As we are almost at the end of the year. What was your favourite adventure?
Well, I think the van trip to the Alps, I think was amazing. It was really lovely because I feel like we just kind of like all gelled into a little family unit and just bumbled around. There was a few stressful moments doing a long drive with it's like the first big drive I've done with the van, and I think I just become like hyper aware of any noise on the van. It's like, is it going to break down? Is it going to fall apart? But that was also great to kind of like to do that and be like, actually, this is, you know, solid as a rock. Yeah. I'm not going to say that too soon. Touch wood. But no, I think that. Also doing the classic, the Fjällräven classic.
Yeah, we didn't film that, but we did this. If you follow on Instagram, you'll have seen this. We did a multi-day hike across the lakes, which we did a couple of years ago as well, like as a family. But this year we did it with Fjällräven, the outdoor brand who we work with a lot, and that was really cool, wasn't it?
It's really lovely.
Was it like late August? No, it was September. But the weather was like incredible. It was like midsummer temperatures. But cold mornings and cold evenings, which I really like, actually.
Yeah, agreed.
And
it was perfect.
It was really fun, wasn't it?
Couldn't have asked for any better, really.
Yeah, I was obviously I was pregnant, so I was like 20 weeks pregnant. So I definitely found it quite hard, but doable at that point.
Yeah, I kind of like took the lion's share of the weight, didn't I?
Yeah.
You just had all the soft stuff.
I had like the big bag with like just sleeping bags and stuff in, and you had Aífe and like the heavy stuff. So. Yeah. It was cool to see that we can still do adventures like that, even with, Aífe was almost 3 at the time. So it was like, we still got this. Like, we can still do this. Aífe walked a bit. when she wanted to, and it was great. It was really fun. So.
All that progressive training's paid off.
Yeah. For you, like the progressive weight training.
Yeah. Just like carrying Aífe from the word go, and I think this is like one of our like biggest pieces of advice for anyone who wants to get their kids into the outdoors. I think it's just do it from the word go and try and be consistent with it, as with any training, I suppose. And it just means that when you do want to go out and go do things, you're ready for it. Yeah.
And but I suppose by that you mean both like you carrying, but also your child is so used to it. It's just normal for them. So I think one of my favourite adventures actually was when we went to Finland.
Yeah, Finland was also beautiful.
Yeah. And I learned how to ski just before we went to Finland. Did you buy me for my birthday the ski lessons?
Yeah.
So I learned how to ski just before we went to Finland at Chill Factor in Manchester.
So just like a day lesson?
It was a day thing, and I loved it. Like, I felt like...
You did really well.
Yeah, I felt like I did really well, and I really loved it. And
modesty is...
I know, but then we went to Finland and I found it really hard. So, like, it wasn't like I could just ski in a day. I feel like I could ski in a day at the indoor place, and then we went to Finland and I was like, different types of snow and
different conditions,
exactly. And very, very steep terrain that you don't get at Chill Factor. So, but it was really fun. And then we went to Finland, we did loads of ski touring. Again, we didn't actually film this on YouTube because we forgot all our camera gear. Not you. Well, it's kind of you, but...
It was kind of me. I forgot to pick up a bag.
Yeah, but
with all the camera gear.
Yeah, but I'm sure you've probably seen some pictures and stuff like that. And we just took the like trailer and had Aífe in the back and did
which she loved.
Yeah.
She, I think one of my fondest memories of that is so we got the ski set for the two-lay chariot, and I was just like skiing down this track, and then Aífe was just like in the back, just like looking up at all the trees covered in snow, because it was really white when we got there. It dipped off a bit. It was
like April, warm. So it's like late season.
Yeah, but when we first got there, there'd been a big dump of snow, and it was lovely. She loved it.
Yeah, and then we've just been, and I suppose like on that note, we've just been talking about obviously like this January we're having a baby, so we have so many friends who are going away on trips in January. It's just like friends going skiing, friends going climbing. It's like a nice time to go away. And obviously we're having a baby, so that's like our priority. But we're like, next year, and we got loads to do in the house. But we're like
slightly overwhelming, but
But next year we're like, let's go away in January. Like maybe let's go skiing for like a month if we can, and and that'd be so cool because it will be like Aífe will be 4, so she'll be able to like hopefully learn how to ski. Baby will be like 1, so they'll be like. We'll be able to like tag team a bit because they'll be like that bit older and so I suppose that's like I don't know, we talk a lot about like adventures that we want to do and things that we're excited about in the future, and that's definitely one of them. Should we talk about some of our plans for next year then?
House
I
think that's basically
baby, house, van, adventures.
So I'm taking almost a year off work, which should be good. That starts very soon. My last shift is actually New Year's Eve. And then I am basically just gonna be here working on the house, helping with the baby, trying not to make too much of a mess. And then also the van I need to redo the van because someone did say, should we design the van for 4 people and have 2 seats in the back? And I was so committed to the design that I had, I was just like, nah, it'll be right. We'll deal with that when that happens. Not thinking it was going to happen so soon. And now I've got to rejig the sort of front half of the van, which I think will be fine. I can reuse a lot of the stuff that we've got.
Yeah, and we'll make
it work.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like we really want to document the process of us like renovating the van. I think that could be a really cool little like YouTube series, you know, not because I could film because you'll be able to do it. Like he'll be able to do it here now, like on our driveway.
Yeah,
so that's really good.
Before I was like up at workshop.
Yeah.
Which,
and I think
it was just hard to document because I think I was just I'm kind of just
learning as you go.
Learning as you go, making it up. But also when I'm there, I'm like right, I just need to be here and I need to get
limited
stuff done,
time,
and I need to like just crack on.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit gutted that I didn't document that more really. But
I think now
just life sometimes.
Like hopefully you guys are, because we've shifted more into like family adventures, hopefully you guys are interested in seeing us converting more of like a family van. Not that our last one wasn't, but it was for 2 or 3 people. This one will be for 4 people and a dog. So
also it's going to get his own little bed.
Yeah, we're going to make him like a cute little pouch
Oslo
tunnel
cave.
thing.
Dog cave.
Yeah. A little cave. Yeah, where he can hide from the children.
Yeah. And just sit him down
Yeah.
and he can like stick on his reading light and just peruse a book.
Yeah.
Smoke a pipe.
Yeah. But yeah, we will, I think plan is that we'll actually document us re-renovating the van and then going on adventures that we have planned. Like we really want to probably stay mostly in the UK in terms of van trips next year, and head up to Scotland, go back to the islands. I'd love to go to the Outer Hebrides.
Yeah.
So this will probably be like summer, like realistically when
we can do that in like May.
Well, will the van be done by May?
Good question.
We'll see. We'll see how we get on. Yeah. So, and then what else have we got planned for next year? I think just like settling into.
We really want to get the Cairngorms guide done.
Yeah, Cairngorms guidebook. So the next book in the Ramble Guides series. I've also been writing a book about like hiking and adventures with babies and toddlers, which I'll probably like finish off when we have this baby. So yeah, watch this space if you're interested in that. That'll hopefully be out. And just like, I think we really like, obviously we want to keep documenting on YouTube. We're doing a lot on Instagram as well, like more like daily updates and stuff. And taking you guys along for the journey, hopefully. But we might take a little bit of a break first. Well, I'm kind of feeling like I want a bit of a break. I've been doing it for like 6 years, but you're going to be off work, so
I'd really like to pick up the torch with that and some editing and actually sort of put in a bit of my own kind of style into it. So there might be some curveballs. Yeah. There might be the occasional curveball here or there. Like I've got a few ideas that I'd like to do, so We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm always interested to hear what you guys are interested in. Like, do you want to see a bit of the house renovation? Are you more into like the van renovation and then van trips? That's probably what I'd be leaning more towards filming and like keeping the house a bit separate. But
if you're interested in watching me sweat, blood and tears in a dusty house, then let us know. Speaking of the house, let's maybe take you guys for a little tour around the house quickly.
Before we're going for Christmas number 2 at my mum's house, so.
Okay, house tour.
So, garden room, pretty straightforward. It's really nice, it's really light, that's south-facing, straight out into the garden. But this will all change eventually, hopefully. Plans.
It's being used as our lounge, really, isn't it?
And Oslo's bedroom.
Oslo's bedroom.
He's sleeping out here.
Dining room, lounge, like everything.
Yeah. He's a bit poorly. Boxing Day, he managed to rip his leg open on some barbed wire.
Rice overflowing.
Kind of self-explanatory, really. Into the kitchen. Haven't really done much. We managed to pick up this for 150 quid, bargain on eBay.
Sorry, there's a little child here who wants me to put her socks on.
Sockies!
Do you want to go sit on that stool and Daddy put them on for you?
Just kind of like made this kind of functional for the time being, and
yeah, plans is this will all change.
You can wear the rainbow socks tomorrow and I can wear the flower socks.
you've got the flower socks with the cute little fruit and like a frilly bit. So yeah, this will all change. We really want to like vault the ceiling in here, like take out this gable wall, knock down those extensions, make this into one big huge space, which I think would be amazing. And then we have the lounge, which at the moment is just a dumping ground. So yeah, at the moment it's just kind of like utilitarian space, office, all my tools and crap, stuff that is kind of slowly working its way up into the attic. Did I mention the attic? It's a decent size. We're really happy with that. Where are we? Hallway. So one thing we did have to do is we had to like redo all the electrics in the house. I'm going to put a new loft hatch in. We've got to block a huge one, so we got like a decent set of steps for Athena, and well, basically for myself also to be able to like carry like large stuff up into the
yeah, because so the space is really like
practical. And
it's
just useful.
Rather than it being like, oh, I've got to go into the loft. It's like easy peasy.
Yeah, exactly. And so like the roof will probably vault from kind of here. So this would be in the way anyway, so that needed to move. Then we got bathroom.
As we already said, she's not pretty, but she works.
Yeah, so basically I had to like rip out a whole unit here, had to rip out the toilet because that was leaking, had to make sure like all the floor joists were not rotten. So treated all those, sorted all that out, just got a floor down, left the sink in. The plan is to kind of keep the same layout, but so the toilet was there, we've got like a vanity unit, towel rail on the central heating, and then we're going to put a bath back in. And
a bath! I'm finally going to have a bath!
Yeah, you've really, like, you've been
2
desperate.
pregnancies with no bath.
I know, but hey ho, that's life. It's got a slightly dubious shower with a seat. Then we've got what will eventually be office. So this is like part way through being sorted. Here, I'll switch a light on. So radiators in. So yeah, like this could be just a really nice, useful space to work from.
Swivel around here so you can see the.
Yeah, we're really happy with how this feels. It's really calm. It's quiet. That was the vibe basically. So yeah, really calm space. We like it. And then we've got Aífe's room.
Do you want to show this bit of the hallway quickly?
Yeah, so we got like so the hallway, this was a cupboard for Aífe's bedroom, but we could really do with just like more space for all of our shoes and jackets and crap. Open this up, which has made a massive difference already actually, and all of this is going to get replastered, all ripped out, so that's kind of like one of the next jobs to do before baby comes, because that's going to be quite dusty.
I'm going to just go to the back of the room. Where's Aífe? Whose room is this? What's Aífe's room? Do you want to show them your room?
This is the bed. This is Aífe's bed. And this is, who's this?
Panda.
Is that Panda? Who's that? So this is the garden. The most important thing in the garden so far is the trampoline.
Woohoo!
That was Aífe's birthday present, wasn't it? Get bounce, bounce, bounce. But as you can see, it's a really decent space. There was a greenhouse here. I've just taken that down, and that will probably go back up. But I'm going to landscape this through. This will come out. Might take that hedge out because it's really thick. So there was a greenhouse here, and then this kind of little stone feature that's there. We'll probably take that out. The idea, I think, is for this area to kind of be like our lawn area, and then we've got fruit trees here, and I'll kind of turn that into a bit of a wildflower meadow. You can see there's loads of spring bulbs coming up already. And then, so these will want pruning and sorting out. And then pole barn down at the bottom corner, and we'll kind of make it into a decent functioning garden. I want to put some beds in for growing. You want to watch Bluey?
We're going to Grandma's now.
Yeah, so lots of potential.
Yeah.
I haven't really come up with any sort of like major plan for the garden just yet.
I'm very excited though to like have it up and running for spring and just have a grassy area for the kiddies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in a nutshell, I mean that's basically our new place, and so yeah, kind of like excited to show you guys how it's all gonna like slowly progress over the coming year or so. And so yeah, from all of us,
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay. And thank you so much for the support in 2024, and we will definitely see you in 2025 with baby number 2. What is it? What is it? A boy or a girl? Brother or sister?
Sister.
Sister.
A sister.
We'll see. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.